Smoke is going to be the mix-up king of Mortal Kombat 1. He's basically going to be the Cammy of Mortal Kombat. I will break down his gameplay, look at his normal strings, look at his specials, but before we get into that, let's look at our community art, which is a beautiful drawing of Katana. I love this style, it's so freaking cute with the big eyes, and I absolutely love the coloring. Also love all the attention to detail, the way light reflects off of her hair and the sort of jewelry she has on her costume and on herself. It looks so good, so thank you for tagging me on that art. I will leave a link to the artist's Instagram because they told me they wanted me to link this instead of Twitter. So I will leave that in the description of the video, and if you want your art to be featured on the channel, just tag me on Twitter. So first we're going to break down all his normal attacks. I will use the attack notations, but I may be mistaken. Obviously it might not be the right string, because we don't know them and it's hard to tell sometimes that they're using the left arm, the right arm and whatnot. But basically 1 is the left punch, 2 is right punch, 3 is left kick, and 4 is right kick. So the first string they showcase is his 1-2-1, I believe, and it looks like it can switch sides because Stephanie does it once and it throws them on the same side, but then she does it again and it throws the opponent on the other side. So I don't know, maybe it's like a 1-2+1 thing where it's like a grab and you can switch sides with it. It's really hard to tell. This is going to be a staple in his gameplay, as you'll see a bit later on. And then they showcase a string that starts with 2-2 because he seems to only be using his right hand to do this, but it ends in a low that knocks down. So maybe it's like 2-2 down 2, but that's what it looks like to me. I don't know if you can cancel the first 2 hits, but I'm guessing that you can. There is a mind game there, obviously, if there's a low or if you cancel it into a special. But if you want to knock him down right in front of you, I think this is going to be really good for Smoke. He's going to have some probably freaking crazy Oki setups. Now the next string they showcase is a 1-2-2, which also switches sides. So he has a lot of that going on. So I feel like, you know, these strings you probably want to use in the corner to get better positioning. Now the next notable string is his back 2, which has like such a massive range as they showcase. I love when back 2s have that range. It's so freaking good to get in on the opponent. And it is an overhead, I believe that Stephanie said. I'm sure it's easy to telegraph, you know, when Smoke is not going to be in your face. Obviously it's easy to freaking block. However, if he goes invisible, then it's another story, right? Now Stephanie also showed a bit of a stealth back 3-3. It's like a 2 kick hit that looks like it's a low starter because it doesn't knock down the opponent, but it looks extremely slow. So I'm not sure how death on block this is going to be, but it looks, I don't know if it looks like a really good string. Now the next one that is going to probably be the best string he has is back 3-2-4, and it looks like it's cancelable after the 2, as Stephanie showcased. It's a low combo starter, which we all love to see. So I'm seeing from all these strings, right, obviously this isn't his full kit, but he has a lot of utility, a lot of movement. He can get out the corner easy if he hits you. He has plenty of mind games. He has a good range. He has low combo starters. Like, what more can you ask for, really? He's going to be so freaking fun to play, but so annoying to play against. Let's look at Smoke's specials now. He has a knife toss that Stephanie says is a great anti-air, and I believe her. It reminds me actually of Cammy's cannon spike when I saw it, because it looks like it's pretty easy to do on reaction, right? And you can't get a combo off of it even if you amp it, because amping it brings the opponent closer to you, like right up to you, but it's going to be great to annoy those jumpers. You could definitely use it to finish off a combo where your opponent is airborne and you don't have access to your cameo, and none of his specials will reach, but I doubt it'll be the optimal option. However, again, like I said earlier with his knockdown strings, you could set up probably some Oki while amping it to bring the opponent right in your face. There are get-up attacks in this game, armored get-up attack, but to my recollection when I played, none of them actually combo, so sure you might get hit, but the opponent is not going to get a full combo like some of them did in Mortal Kombat 11. The next special they showed was the Smoke Bomb, and it switches sides and doesn't have other options like I thought it would be. It just hits the opponent with an overhead that takes them down. So it's probably a really good combo ender, but the great thing about it is that it tracks the opponent, so there's no close, mid, or far version to it. You throw it out and it will track the opponent wherever they are on the screen, which is freaking great. But the only drawback is it's an easy read if you don't amp it, if you're full screen, for example. I think it'll have a great mind game up close, but full screen is going to be easily readable and punished. Now the EX is freaking awesome. It makes Smoke go invisible instead of doing the slow overhead hit. So essentially this move is you spend a bar and you make your opponent guess, which is kind of the name of the game for Smoke it seems. And if they guess wrong, it's a full combo time because they literally cannot see what you're going to do. You could also surprise grab them if you want to add another layer to the mind game. My cat doesn't like mind games. The next move they showcased was his teleport, which is a low, and you can only continue a combo if you EX it. So if you spend a bar of meter, you can continue an air combo off of it. But I'm assuming if you use a cameo, like for example, was it Sub-Zero's back 3-3 I think it was, where if you use Sonia's assist, it actually juggles, where if you don't use it, it just knocks the opponent down. I'm wondering if this teleport, if you use Sonia's air assist to punch them out of the air, if you can actually juggle the opponent without needing to spend the bar, which obviously is only something we'll know when the game comes out, but I'm really curious to find that out. Now this move has a cancel, which is so cool for mind games. I'll be expecting the low on a block string maybe, but you can actually cancel it and go into an overhead or grab and make them fear the blender. They will fear the Smoke blender. I'm telling you, he is the Kami of Mortal Kombat. And if you EX this freaking move, guess what? Turns you invisible. Now his last special that they showcased was Phase Teleport. It looks like it's going to be such a good tool to get in, and it will be a really great counterplay to annoying zoning. And if you don't cancel this move, it has a 2-hit string that is pretty slow, so probably death on block, but obviously it'll be able to punish projectiles that are slow to recover. But if you cancel it, you can go for more mix-ups and you're right in the opponent's freaking face. More mind games, and guess what? Stephanie confirmed on Twitter that it doesn't cost meter to cancel this Phase Teleport. That's actually freaking insane. I really think that this Phase Teleport is going to be used as a mobility tool and a mind game tool, especially with the cancel, and then people are going to use the bomb teleport specifically in combos only, in my opinion, because it looks pretty slow unless you have meter if you want to go invisible. But that's what I am guessing is going to be the best game plan or the safest game plan for Smoke. I cannot tell you guys how excited I am to freaking play him. I'm so sad he's not in the beta, it really sucks. But the last thing they showcased is Fatal Blow. So it's an overhead that tracks, which is awesome. It looks like you could use it on an opponent where they're airborne. This little jump in he does, it doesn't look super slow, but it doesn't look super fast either. So it probably wouldn't connect after a simple like ground bounce, but probably after a pop-up. But of course, I'm just doing some guesstimation here. So to summarize, Smoke will be a mix-up heavy character who constantly wants to be in your face and has every tool to do so. He has multiple moves to get in, to bypass projectiles, and to make you guess. And not only that, he has 2 ways he can become invisible. Now, invisibility and mix-ups is a freaking deadly combination. And of course, we have no frame data or anything, but he looks like he will be extremely fun to play. The second I saw him move when Stephanie was playing around with him on the screen, I knew he was going to be one of my mains next to Melina. So let me know what you guys think about Smoke from this demonstration. Are you going to main him? Are you going to be annoyed fighting against him? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And as always, have a wonderful day and a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you all very soon.